Hi guys, the third act of Arcane is finally out, and let me tell you, this pulled everything together perfectly and sets up for, please, some more, because this is one of my favorite animated shows, probably of all time, definitely of the year. I mean, I was all in from the beginning. If you guys saw my review, you know I got to see the first 4 episodes, and then I got to interview some of the cast, which all those videos are up here, and I absolutely fell in love with this series, and then it just got better and better and better, and then I was like, holy crap, how did it get even better? You guys, Act 3 is incredible. It is amazing. I am going to talk some spoilers in this. I was going to say light spoilers, but I'm probably really going to focus on the ending. So there are going to be spoilers in this video. If you have not yet watched Act 3, come back after and watch it, and we can get all into Arcane down in the comments. There's so much going on. I want to hear your theories. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear everything that you thought of this entire Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Let's go. Let's talk about it now before we dive into it. If it is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this. All right, let's talk Arcane. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay guys, now if you haven't already checked out my interviews with the cast members and the creators, be sure to check that out. I have 4 interviews up here, and they were just all so amazing. One of my favorites, which became one of my favorite characters because I'm weird and I love a good villain, is Silco. Silco is probably, especially as we get to the end here, one of my favorites in a dark and horrible way. Jinx, I'm a giant fan of too, and of course V as well. I mean, how do you not love the main characters here? But there's so many other characters to love too. Now, let's talk about Echo coming back, right? I was completely surprised that Echo was this savior, right? The boy savior. That completely shocked me when we saw that in, I think that was episode 7. And I was like, wait, what? What's happening? This is crazy. This is so good. Like, oh my gosh. I just absolutely loved it. And then, of course, when you think him and Jinx die, I mean, you kind of know they're basing this off the champions in League of Legends. So obviously Jinx isn't going to die. But, like, you think for a second maybe she's going to, right? And then, of course, Echo came back as well. I love that they did that. Listen, something this show does really well is they're like, this person died. Just kidding, no they didn't. And in your head you're like, that person's not gonna die. But then you're thinking, well, I don't know, they could change stuff, like maybe people did die. I don't know what's happening. Which is a testament to just how good this show is, right? It sucks you in. It's so fantastic. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I love watching it. I love this animation style. And then you talk about the soundtrack and the music, and it just gets better and better and better. When I was talking with the creators, one of the things they said they wanted to make sure they did was give a moment in each episode, at least one moment in each episode, where there's a song playing that just propels the story forward, and it means so much to the story. And they do that, and they pull it off in every single episode. I mean, every single one. I loved it, especially in Act 3. I mean, this act is massive. This act is crazy. We've got Silco saying, hey, I'm gonna trade Jinx. I'm gonna take Jinx. I'm gonna throw her over to you guys so that we can be fine, right? So the Undercity can have our own, we'll be free from you, basically, right? Which I thought was crazy. And then I'm like, he's not gonna do that to Jinx, is he? But then you just don't know. The sisterhood aspect in this, oh my gosh, you guys, episode 7 had me sobbing when they see each other again, and she's like, Powder, you left me, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got all this stuff where Powder, aka Jinx, is going through flashes of seeing other stuff, and then when it's revealed that, you know, that was her sister, she's like, you were always with me. I saw you around every corner. I felt you on the back of my neck. I felt you tingling on me. Like, that was crazy. So that's where, like, her nutso stuff comes from, right? Her I guess it's almost like a schizophrenia, sort of, except she's seeing her sister. I loved that. And then the final few moments of the last episode, you guys, was some of my favorites. Just that whole scene where Jinx is bringing everyone in, right? And she's sitting them around the table. I was getting some Mad Hatter vibes up from her. It obviously wasn't a tea party. I did like when she's like, I made her into a snack. I'm not that crazy. I was like, man, I love you, Jinx, so much. And I know I'm skipping all over the place, guys. This is just like all the stuff that's popping out of my brain. But I loved that moment, and I love when her sister's just really trying to get through to her, right? Like, keeps calling her Powder, and that just shows how much she loves her little sister, and how much, she's like, I abandoned her, and I'm not going to do that again. And she's just Powder, 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 and then throwing out the names of the friends that they lost, trying to bring her back, okay, to the point where she shoots and kills Silco. That was nuts. I thought for sure. I love how, like, she shoots and you don't see who it is. I figured it was going to be Silco. I think we all probably figured it was going to be Silco. But then when you see him say, I was never going to trade you, and you're perfect, and then he dies, you're just like, what? This is crazy. Like, that's going to mess with Jinx. And this is why I feel like it can't be the end, right? Because Jinx, she sends that bomb up. There's the bomb that goes up to the above ground, right? That's to the council. It's going to maybe destroy them. We don't know. It's literally the last shot we get is it going there. And all we know is that there was acts 1, 2, and 3. There has got to be more eventually, right, guys? They cannot just leave us with this. This is going to kill me inside. If this is like, and we're done. Figure out the rest. What do you think is going to happen? I mean, what do you guys think is going to happen? They're going to have to continue this, right? I mean, gosh, how amazing are those final shots, and you just see where everybody is. And kind of, it feels like, okay, this is the characters you've known. This is where they're all at. And, like, there's going to be more. There's got to be more. I cannot imagine that there's not going to be more. I also know there's tons of stuff I haven't talked about. And I just could ramble on and on and on. I could probably do, like, an hour review. Maybe I'll end up doing a live chat at some point. Because this show is just so freaking good. And the way they tied it up. I mean, like I said, I loved it from the beginning. If you guys saw my review of the first 4 episodes, I was like, holy cow, I'm all in. This is beautiful. This is stunning. I love it. I love how it's a tale of 2 sisters, right? It's also the tale of 2 cities, right? You've got sisters. That's the core of this, right? Is family, love, right? Friendship, because you're dealing with family in many other situations as well, not just between the 2 of them, but several others. And then you've also got the cities, right? The haves and the have-nots, and there's so much here, and then it just gets crazier and crazier. And, like, I don't know why I really like Silco. And I kind of, like, I feel like Silco really cares about Jinx, right? I feel like Silco really did love Jinx as a daughter, which is weird to me. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of love it. I kind of don't love it, but it works for the story. Like, do you guys think he really actually truly loves her? I think, or loved, I should say, because he did now. But, I mean, I think he really did care about her as a daughter, which I find super interesting. Maybe he really wasn't going to trade her. I mean, that was the deal he made, but I don't know if he really was. Is it just to tick off the council and, like, start all this craziness? I don't know. It's all just so crazy and so good. Love when Jinx was like, what did she say? Like, oh, you've teamed up with an enforcer. You brought her here. Like, you're tricking me, and that was in episode 7. Episode 7, really so good. The back and forth of all that. I mean, listen, the action in this is amazing. It's so good. There's twists and turns and shocking reveals around every corner. It's just so good. And I know I keep saying it's so good, but it's so good. I mean, this series for me, 5 out of 5. Not even a question of that. I think it's amazing. I think it's phenomenal. It's so good. And we need more, right, guys? Like, we need more. This can't be the end, okay? I need you all to agree with me that this can't be the end. So let me know your thoughts on Arcane, parts 1, 2, and especially 3. I can't believe this is over. I'm so mad because I really, truly want more of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If, you want more, tell me what you want more. I mean, I've got to imagine they've got more, but we're probably going to have to wait way too long for it now. I'm really sad. It took them a long time to make this series. They said it when they started, it was like 5 years ago when they started this series. So it could very well be a very long time before we get more, which makes me very sad. Let me know your favorite characters down below. I mean, I freaking loved everyone. I've got to be honest with Silco, just because I love a good villain. Jinx, because she's a little crazy. And I loved her as Powder. But as Jinx, I'm a big fan of her, and of course, I mean, Haley Steinfeld is amazing in everything that she does. If you guys haven't checked out the Hawkeye series, it's coming up next week. You're going to have to check it out. It's so good. I've got my review up for that as well. But yeah, oh my gosh, I love this show. I'm sad. I'm kind of brokenhearted thinking this could be the end, but the way they left it, you don't just leave it with a bomb crashing through a window and being like, okay, we're done. Like, you can't do that. I mean, I know we've got League of Legends where you see the champions, and obviously this makes sense as to why Silco is like, you're like, oh, Silco's a new character. Yeah, because he dies at the end. That's crazy. But there's other ones too, so I'm curious. I'm curious. They've got to have more. They can't just end it here. They won't just end it here, right, guys? Listen, I know I said it in the last one, and you guys were all telling me, no, don't do it. It really makes me want to dive back into League of Legends. I don't have the time right now. I played a long time ago, and then life and kids and family, and I just ran out of time. There was no time for me to sit down and play it, and I'm really dying to pick it back up. Just getting into this world and these characters, and it's just, I know it's completely different, but yet it's still somehow the same, and it's bringing that nostalgia to me. But I'm like, I don't have time. And so many of you were like, don't do it. You got out. Don't go back. Don't do it. So I'm going to try to not. But if we have to wait like 5 years for more Arcane, I just might dive in, you guys. I might do it. So Riot Games might have pulled it off and sucked me back in. I don't know. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this. And be sure to go back. Just go to my main channel, search Arcane, or I'll link them down below so you can check out all the cast interviews and my review for the first 4 episodes, and you can see how it's progressed from there to here. I think I basically was in love then, and I'm in love now. I mean, this thing is, it's perfect. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there, MamasGeeky. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. See you next time. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.